everybody. My name is Jency Hogan, and I'm an actress here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and this is Chesley Heymsfield, producer of many films and executive director of Louisiana International Film Festival, which is how we met. And we are extremely proud of our festival in Louisiana, and we see it growing, and we see a lot of people wanting to come and see different films than we usually have here in Louisiana. So we're going to start off with talking about women in Hollywood. Ches, do you want to talk about the Oscars?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's talk about the Oscars.
So, Jency, do you happen to know what all of the films that are in the category for Best Picture have in common?
Okay.
Let's see. Let's read them off. American Sniper, Birdman, Boyhood, The Grand Budapest Hotel, The Imitation Game, Selma, The Theory of Everything, and Whiplash.
Oh wait, you know what?
What? What is it?
All male leads.
They're all about men. Oh my gosh, they're
Every
all about
story's
men.
about the men.
What? They're all about men. Oh my god.
They're so important.
Yes.
Important in our history.
That's right.
But what are all the women that are important?
So that's so weird because, one of the conversations that a lot of women have in Hollywood is the question of, do we want to empower women to make films, or do we want to empower films that are about women? I was actually at a panel at the Toronto International Film Festival last year that was about women in film. And, it really is a topic that women talk a lot about, and it is super relevant. And I have to say, as a writer myself, it's perhaps a bit strange, but I always write myself as a man. For some reason, whenever I write an original story, I usually depict myself as a man character. So, I think that it's a good question, though. Do you want to empower someone to write and direct a film who is a woman but happens to portray herself or concept or do a story that's about a man, like for example with Selma, where you have Martin Luther King, who is an amazing character to portray, and that story certainly deserved to be told, and especially in such a timely fashion. So do we want to empower someone who's a female director, or to tell a story about a strong man? Or do we want to empower only stories that are about women? Well, certainly having, I feel like, women in the spotlight in the media is very empowering, though, to those of us who are here, in the rest of America to look up to, right? So that was kind of the big deal about having a woman win, Best Director.
And I mean, Angelina Jolie directed her film this year about war,
which was written by a woman,
which was written by a woman
and directed by a woman.
So
Unbroken.
Yeah. But not nominated for anything per se. Yeah. Why is it that women are only kind of in the spotlight for making films about war?
The question is, do women feel like they're obligated to make films that are about men, or that are controversial, or that are about war,
or that the general public will want to celebrate?
Right.
Like, what is it that the general public really wants to celebrate?
So
like,
who's driving?
Who is driving
the decisions? And I think that again is reflective of the real infrastructure problem we have, which is we have a lot of women in the workforce now, but are the women making the decisions? Another topic in the news, of course, this year was Amy Pascal and the Sony Pictures, fiasco with The Interview. When Amy Pascal was one of the top women in Hollywood, and she had to resign. So the question really is, how many women are out there in positions wielding true influence, true decision-making capability,
and saying, we're going to spend $200,000 or $1 million on a story about women?
Right.
Highly unlikely. It's probably a board of directors that decide, no, this is what I'll support. I'll support a movie about this male leader in America.
Even though you're a woman in a position of power, you still are beholden to your shareholders and to the public and to making money in your company. So are they just giving us what we want too? So is it, so I think that it's really an interesting topic. And again, it's not really only myopic to a conversation in the spotlight of Hollywood. It's just really a national and a global conversation. And I think with those thoughts in mind, we this year have decided to make LIFF 2015, the Louisiana International Film Festival 2015, about the Year of the Woman.
Woo!
Really, we founded this organization, which is a nonprofit, in order to bring out the filmmakers in Louisiana and bring out the talent at least once a year to come to the film festival, which is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, from May 7th through the 10th, and then to continue all that momentum throughout the year with our pre-release screenings and events. We do screen amazing films from around the world. This year we'll have over 50 films that are from every corner of the world, and including also ones that were locally made here in Louisiana. It is a way of not only screening the films, bringing in the filmmakers so that our people here in the state have a chance and opportunity to meet them, and they can then pursue their own relationship. That is our absolute end goal. Aside from pure entertainment and excitement and fun, it's really bottom line education and opportunity.